Hi everyone, my name is David Hilton, and today I'm going to be talking about why we should use solar energy instead of fossil fuels. So before I talk about my main 3 points of my speech, I want to talk about what fossil fuels are and where they come from. So a fossil fuel is something natural that comes from the earth, and it's formed by historical organisms. And these can include coal, oil, and natural gas such as carbon dioxide. So, solar energy is energy obtained from the sun in the form of radiation. So the way we obtain these types of energies is by using solar panels that we can put on our roofs so that we can have electricity in our homes, we can heat water inside of our homes, and we can actually heat our homes itself. It can also be used for powering vehicles if it runs off of solar panels. So my first main point that I want to make is that solar energy is readily available. So when we obtain solar energy, it comes from the sun, and the sun is natural, and it's been here for a long time, and it will be here for about 5 billion more years. So it's not going to go anywhere in our lifetime. So with fossil fuels, it's the opposite. So fossil fuels are dying, and we use so much of it, and it's not being replaced. When we take energy from the sun, more energy comes from the sun. But when we take oil, petroleum, and coal and natural gas from the earth, there's nothing there to replace it. And also the sun's energy is a renewable resource. So right here you can see I have a graph about the energy consumption in the United States from 1776 to 2014. I got this from the U.S. Energy Information Administration, and you can see that petroleum is the highest use of fossil fuels that we use today. And we use about 40 quadrillion BTUs of oil, which is incredible. But there are also other resources that we can be using besides petroleum, which goes into my second main point, which is that it's environmentally friendly. So it's been proven by many scientists that when a fossil fuel is burned, it emits a harmful gas that goes into the atmosphere and actually destroys the atmosphere. And these gases are called greenhouse gases. Excuse me. So what happens is the gas goes up into the atmosphere and it actually depletes the ozone layer. And this can be very harmful to the Earth, where the sun's rays gets trapped inside of the Earth and it has nowhere to go, which causes global warming. So when using solar energy, it's a renewable resource, and this means that the source of energy does not deplete once it's used, like I said before. So solar power is just one way that we can help save the environment, though. We can use windmills, we can use water, hydroelectric power, and so many more things that we can use. But when we use our renewable resources, there's no harmful emissions coming from them, so it's not destroying the planet. And then my third main point that I want to make is that solar energy costs less than fossil fuels. So in order to harness the energy from the sun to power our homes and vehicles, we need to install the equipment that's necessary to do so. This does cost a lot of money. But in the long run, because it is a renewable resource, it has the potential to pay itself off in maybe 20 years, or depending on how big the system is, and you can actually turn a profit out of it, because you don't have to keep on buying the solar energy because it's endless, because the sun's rays are always beating down on it. So it costs a lot less money to have solar power in your home than it does to have a fossil fuel such as oil. And we see this here in this graph. It shows that it costs 0.05 kilowatt hours for a fossil fuel to burn per hour, and it costs 0.029 kilowatt hours for solar energy. So the solar energy is a lot less than the fossil fuels. And a kilowatt hour just means that it's the amount of energy being used in 1 hour. It's just a measurement of how we, the amount of energy that we use. So today I talked about how the Earth is just deteriorating slowly, and these new ways that we can use renewable energy to make it a better place and to not harm our environment. So today I talked about why solar energy is better than fossil fuels, and it's better because it's readily available, it's environmentally friendly, and it costs less to use than fossil fuels. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys have a great week.